Ah, Solsky's using my favourite sprite. And we're going! Got flippers in the house straight off the bat and 10 arrows in Sanctuary.
And Solsky immediately saving quids.
Getting out of there.
Thought maybe he'd like go over to Hobo or something.
It looked like a regular crystal for Eastern Palace and the Desert Palace, and a green pendant up in...
Yeah, Green Pendant Hera is a little gross. It's pretty gross, because Hera is one of those dungeons that you're pretty much always going to pass by at some point, and it takes a non-zero amount of time to full clear it, and even more if it happens to be Firelock. Bombs from the bush crab. Unfortunately, Hitzian's bush crab says no and throws his bomb out of reach.
These early bombs are going to save us a trip to the shop down south of Kakariko, or hoping for bombs in any of the drops anywhere. Rando's got to be feeling good about that. They've got bombs. That's the quickest thing, or the first thing you want to get. It's all those early bomb checks.
This is an uncharacteristically large number of lumberjack checks. I mean, it's a kind of gamble to like check lumberjack early, because it does take time to walk up there. Most runners I see, you know, they try and wait until they have boots or are at least like back in the area or something before they check it.
Grabbing a single bomb from the 50-50 bushes.
Yeah, a little surprising that he didn't go for more.
I'd be banking on getting bomb drops since plenty of chests have them. We'll see how that goes. Fairy bottle in the race game, probably not going to go for that one. There might be an easier bottle down the line. No, Axe go.
I mean, you're already here at Kakariko. You can do Sick Kid right now.
Yes, he figures he's using his single
concern
bomb.
Here is, yeah, he only has the one bomb. Like,
there it goes.
Like, usually when you come from the south like that, you go for at least 2 bombs, but up to like 4 would be nice. He didn't even reset the screen once to try and get extra bombs.
Looks like I won't have any trouble though, since there's some bombs and Blind's Hut. So this could pay off for him, getting that early bottle. If the Sick Kid does have something of value on him, he's going to have that long before the other. Well, not that long. That was a very quick building check.
Yeah, it does feel kind of bad, because like everybody else is doing Kakariko starting from the top. So the bottle is the last thing they're going to find. But I feel like most people are going to turn around and walk right back in to turn in the bottle.
Oh yeah.
And what did the kid have? Oh my gosh!
More bombs. Someone in chat called it. The Sick Kid is a demolitions expert.
That's silly that he got bombs from that.
Someone just asked in chat, but someone's just responded. Yeah, flippers were in Link's house, I guess. Link's ready for summer. It is very hot over in England right now. Having all of a sudden heat wave. There's a Quake medallion sitting on that bottle merchant.
How hot is a heat wave in England?
It's, well, look, compared to America, it's not that hot, but we're not used to this. We're used to rain and depression. Power glove in the chicken hut.
So Kakariko, not all that much stuff here. Glove is definitely nice to find, though.
Definitely. Still plenty of checks to make. There's the Moldorm Cave, or Mini Moldorm Cave. It's just the general south of Hyrule. The glove they could try to traipse through Death Mountain. It's not in logic right now, but these 4 runners are definitely capable of doing
Very
Alright.
little value in sequence breaking up the mountain at this point. But if we find like a hook shot or a mirror later, there's a lot more reason to do that. Solsky going back up to Sick Kid, or he's going to get his bottle and probably back up to Sick Kid.
A lot of runners doing the race within the race.
This is the meta race.
It's the real race. He who speed runs the race game first wins.
Okay, so Solsky actually saving quits while Hitzian and Lunchtime are returning to turn in the bottle.
Making
They'll only get 3 bombs, so.
Max making using a not often used warp down to the ice cave area.
Yeah, he usually don't have much reason to do this, but he happens to be in that one situation where it's super valuable.
Blue Mail's gonna help against those crabs.
Alright, Hitzian and Lunchtime doing back of escape. This makes a lot of sense. Gloves being the only thing they have so far. Solsky, however, going over to Sahasrah's set to get these 3 items. This is a check a lot of people will try and put off for a long time because they don't want to go into Eastern Palace without the bow. But Solsky says, let's go, fam.
Not quite gonna work out for him though, just some arrows and rupee. Which is nice because Zora is in check. In check? In logic. Not gonna be a whole lot in back of escape either.
Nobody wanted to attempt to do the dark room with just bombs. Cowards!
Just use the explosions to light your way. Solsky is dipping into Eastern Bolus.
This could be a very big move for Solsky. It's surprising to see somebody do the Eastern dip before even South Shore, though. I mean, it's certainly possible that Mini Moldorm's just completely empty and everybody's going to end up doing this anyway. But it's also possible there's, a bow, or a lamp or something. This Mini Moldorm is not agreeing with Hitzian. Why won't
It's a tricky
you
boy.
die?
They got him in the end, and Mini Moldorm Cave has a shield. And not a whole lot else.
Yeah, real disappointing cave there. It looks like flippers are gonna definitely be leading to our progression.
Going for the Death Mountain play.
It's not like the most inefficient thing to sequence break up the mountain right now, but he can only reach 2 items.
At the moment, it's not really much of a check. They can head into Hyrule dungeons. Zagina's cave is still available.
Yeah, well, I mean, Axel hasn't done South Shore.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's going all in on the inner Spectacle Rock. Oh, he's just a piece of heart.
A lot of the time that he spent on the mountain gets like refunded to him, though, because he gets the save and quit warp now.
Yeah. As soon as he has access to more things up there, he can just go.
Looks like we're gonna get a Houlihan out of Hitzian. This is a one-time 225 rupee bonus.
What does the Houlihan hint tile say in randomizers where they're enabled?
It lists past tournament winners.
Ah, fair enough.
I think it says Ajnab 174, Ajnab 174, Ajnab 174, Andy.
Pegasus boots in Eastern.
Hey!
Hey.
That is fantastic for Solski. It was in the lamp block chest, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was in the big chest. I didn't see where he got the big key. I wasn't focusing on them. But those boots are going to save him a lot of time. He's going straight for some of these graveyard checks.
Yeah, and he got him in a place where a lot of people will not be getting those boots if they're not required for progression.
There's a red mail sitting in the first part of the castle. What is it, the uncle room?
Secret passage.
Very stealthy.
Alright, so Hitzian is up to almost 400 rupees and heads over to Agina. I think he's going to do the 50 rupee cave and get his 500.
There's a moon pearl sitting in the fairy fountain. Didn't quite catch the other item, but that is getting lunchtime close to Dark World access.
And boots only leading to 20 rupees, so it looks like that dip into Eastern won't be required for Dark World access, so Solski's actually off to a fantastic start, getting those boots way earlier than most people are going to be getting them.
He's a speed demon.
Ack went to the front of Escape and got the map from the map chest, but did not continue. I guess he just didn't want to do that with only 4 bombs. The front of Escape, though, is completely in logic because that small key was in the back.
There's only the one chest there, isn't there? Dark Cross. Oh, I'm mistaken on that.
What?
Is there only one chest in the front of Escape?
No. The front of Escape is the map chest, the boomerang chest, and Zelda's cell.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm thinking of like the front of the back.
Right.
Getting lost in the lingo here.
Well, usually in open, we think of it as like 3 separate areas where we have the front, the back, and Dark Cross itself, which is all kind of by itself, and you can connect to Dark Cross from either the front or the back.
Now got lunchtime going into Eastern, figuring it's his only course of action, so he's probably going to get his boots before long. And
Yes.
Hitzian not too far behind, looking to make the same play.
Why does everybody hate front of Escape with bombs? So in the front of Escape, the map chest is always in logic, but the boomerang chest and Zelda's cell are not in logic until you have access to the small key. So since we found that small key in the back from the gloves, it puts them all in logic, so they can definitely have our progression. I'm actually kind of surprised that Hitzian didn't finish getting 500 rupees from the 50 rupee cave and immediately do the flipper checks. Because I felt like that was the point of going to Agina, was access to that cave.
Back in his moon pearl. Not too many checks available. I'm thinking Zora has something.
I'm still banking on front of Escape. I think front of Escape is very likely to have something good, but it could be both.
Yeah, either we need a bow to finish Eastern, the book, the mirror, the hammer, potentially.
Well,
there's the book. So that's out of it.
Yeah, we're missing several things for any version of Dark World access. Or I guess just a hammer. We need a hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer and Zelda Cell. Let's go.
Could be. Yeah, that big key was in its vanilla position, so technically it is out of logic. But I don't think lamp logic exists for these runners.
Okay, if everyone gets the boots because they didn't want to do Zelda's Cell with bombs, I am disappointed.
What do you mean? That's amazing.
Well, I know, but like if I was playing the scene, like if I was in the race, sorry, I would have done Zelda's Cell already, and I would have gotten Dark World access without going to get Easter get those boots, assuming that the hammer was there. So I'd be super punished for like doing the right thing, you know?
Yeah, that's the power of procrastination. You get speed.
It could still be Zora though. Definitely a possibility.
Yeah. No one quite having enough money. Hitsune being very close thanks to that Houlihan room, but what is his plan right now?
I still don't understand why he didn't get the full 500. Like, he just had to do the 50 rupee cave one extra time.
Where is Hitsune going?
I think he forgot to do Bonk Rocks.
Yeah.
I believe this was 20 rupees, though, so he's...
Yeah,
like,
that'll get him Zora.
But he didn't know it was 20 rupees.
I don't know. But now he has 500. Is he gonna... He was looking to... Yeah, he's looking to go up the mountain. Once again, further proving that good runners do not care about the lamp outside of its fire-based properties. I think Lunch is gonna head into the front of Escape now.
Finally! Oh, he hasn't even done the uncle.
Yeah, followed not far behind by Soulscape.
Yeah, I think like from other players' perspective, right? Like the front of Escape with just bombs is, in addition to being, you know, a huge drain on your bomb count, also slow. And something like going up the mountain looks like a pretty safe thing to do because like you get the safe input warp out of it no matter what.
And that's one of my reasons that Soulscape Sprite is one of my favorites. Is when you get red mail, you turn golden. It's amazing.
Like from Hitsune's point of view, there's a small chance that the thing he's skipping in the front of Escape or Zora is just the lamp, and they would have let him up the mountain anyway.
I just want to say that was a very clean bomb setup by Lunch.
Yeah, it's the standard bomb escape method. You place one to the right, and then you put one on the top of the chest, and you go back, pick up the one you put down, and throw it down, and it'll kill the guard. Shoutouts to Bomb Escape.
What a magical place it is. There's Bombos. That's kind of like a bomb.
Maybe a little bit.
It's a magical bomb. Yeah, let's go, Ice Palace. Oh god, what if the Titan Space is down there and they have to go into Ice Palace? That'd be a nightmare.
Well, they can't cast the Vamos medallion yet.
Oh yeah, they need a sword.
Front of escape, not the answer. This is a Zora seed.
Fat 300 rupees.
Zora money.
You've got to pay the rent.
I mean, this will save lunchtime from having to do with Houlihan, I guess.
And throwing his bee into the pond. Acquiring the Super Bee.
She immediately sets free into the wild. I think I might have kept that one. Well, it looks like Hitsium will definitely be our first runner to find this progression we've been looking for. There is nothing left in Logic. It's just Zora.
But would it be the glove or would it be the hammer?
Come on, hammer.
There's the hammer. There it is. Oh boy, how the fun begins. There's no lunchtime also doing the Houlihan room.
Yeah, he was a little shy of the 500, it turned out. And Hitsian, hammer in hand, will immediately go south of Link's house of this warp and do Hype Cave.
We are back to logical progression.
We did it, you guys. We did it.
Oh wait, there's the map check. That is a blue pendant, or a pendant in Skullwoods and Swamp Palace, with the 5-6 crystals being in Palace of Darkness and Total.
No pendant thieves, this is good.
Yeah, that's always nice to see.
And with Hitsian's final bomb, he finds the bow.
The bow.
I'm all about that D.
No.
This is cute though, that they all already went to Easter. But will anybody do the early Palace of Darkness dip? It's like the dark rooms in Pod aren't like the worst or anything, but to do them without a sword, especially the turtle room, it can be very hard on your health count. All of the
pyramids.
Yeah, nice.
Alright,
well, that's definitely going to help a lot for those dark rooms if he ends up doing it. Alright, he's going to go up to Catfish, though. Alright, I like this play a lot better, because having already done the Zora area, if you don't do Catfish, like, right now, you're kind of consigning to never doing Catfish. Everybody going a different direction after Hype Cave. Solsky saved and quit, and is going over to the Village of Outcast Warp, while Lunchtime heads west to Dig Game and Stumpy.
I guess at this point, people want to make sure they have everything they can get. Probably gonna... I can't speak. What I think their plan is they're gonna do Palace of Darkness, which I think is more or less in logic. They don't have the lamp, but
Yeah, well, pod's a big risk just execution-wise. Like, it's not difficult to die in those dark rooms when you have nothing to light your way.
Yeah.
And then, so like the dark maze and stuff, doing it without a something to light your way isn't that bad. But you typically take damage from the Kadongos that are around, right? And then when you finally get to the turtle room, you're almost definitely going to be taking damage, and like you have to have enough left over to actually kill Helmasaur with, no weapon. So it makes Pod look like a really dangerous gamble. But Lunchtime finds a sword there in Dig Game.
It does put a Master Sword in the game. Pretty much
And it looks
anyone to
like
grab.
Lunchtime will be headed over to Pod, it looks like. Or maybe just to Eastern.
Yeah,
He's going to Eastern.
he's going to Eastern. It's a bit of a strange play, but maybe he's figuring. Was there another item in Eastern, or is he just gonna? He might just be getting out of the.
I'd say there's definitely another item in Eastern if he's coming back in here already. But I was not counting.
Yeah. Well, Eastern has 2 items. Three items.
3 items.
Well, we've got the boots. And I feel like I've seen the. I know they got the map.
Oh, I have no idea, dude. Not a clue.
It is a mystery. Fair few Skull Woodchecks. Oh, Solski looking to attempt to hover.
He might rethink this.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well,
he has a
there you
fairy.
go.
He's fine. This is like, it feels bad to use your fairy for this though, because like he could have just done the bomb jump to start with.
Yeah, he's resigned himself to the bomb jump. No sweat. Oh, and he even messes out. It's looking like me. He's looking like me right now.
It is super irritating to do this bomb jump without a sword.
And it's just a small key.
So Ack also got his sword off the pyramid and went up to Catfish just like Hitsuyan before him. Will he go to Pod without the lamp? I think he is. Yeah, this is a Pod play. Or at least an Eastern play.
How many bombs? Well, Lunchtime, I'm going to be the first to get a crystal.
Alright, looks like Ack's also going to go to Eastern, get that last item. Do we go Pod after? Lunchtime says yes.
I like it.
If this blue guard would get out of my way. There we go. Looks like Hitsuyan did do the bumper cave check. I did not see what it was. Probably nothing.
So as I said, piece of heart on bumper, so no capes.
And Solsi will be our first runner into Thieves Town. This is a crystal dungeon. However, he does not have a sword, so he's going to have a little tougher time with the blind fight.
Will he decide to go for that ever stressful hammer blind? Because there is a.
I'd rate it at like a 5% chance that he doesn't.
I mean, he doesn't know it, but there's a sword so very close to him in Dig Game. At lunchtime, going into Powers of Darkness.
skipping out after the first 4 is typically something you do when like you don't have the hammer or it's a pendant. But with this being a crystal dungeon, being completely in logic, and however awful the hammer fight may be, Solski's a pretty good runner. He'll be able to handle it, assuming he doesn't get murdered on the way. Oh my gosh, that enemy RNG.
Even with that red mail.
Yeah, like half the things that do damage to you in this dungeon will always do a heart. It's kind of frustrating.
At getting his first crystal as well.
Hitzian also headed through Thieves Town, but he does have a sword, so he's gonna have a bit of an easier time just being able to dash through things safely.
Ak also looking to go to Pass of Darkness after Eastern.
Yeah, I mean, Pod's a pretty high percentage play here. Like, with that early bow, it's pretty likely there's going to be something in Pod, but not necessarily something we want right away, because the majority of this dungeon is out of logic.
Ak saving and quitting, actually.
Oh, changes his mind.
Planning against it. Maybe he... Yeah, I think he's gonna head into Thieves Town as well.
I mean, it's not crazy to like put off doing Pod this early, because like we were saying before, like some of those dark rooms, they're very dangerous, and just coming to Pod later is always going to be better than trying to do it early and dying. Lunchtime, still looking for stuff. Only found a compass so far. Oh, that's a big item.
So now Solski, what do you get?
That is a magic mirror in the vanilla big key chest of Pod.
Nice. That opens up so many more options at this point. That's put Hera in play. That's put to yeah, no, that's put the book in play, which has got deserts and I believe by extension Maya.
It might be impactful to note, though, that if there is a key in this dark rupee basement, then that mirror is locked by the lamp. And there was a key, so the mirror does count as being lamp locked.
Yeah. As mentioned before, lamp lock might as well not exist for these runners.
Well, I mean, it matters a lot right up until you find the fire rod, right?
Yeah. Fire rod's just a better lamp, right? And Solski taking out blind with the hammer, cutting it close, but he gets it done.
Well, he started the fight with very few hearts to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, this could be impactful because, like, the mirrors, like, it gets you up to Tower of Hera, right? But Tower of Hera might just be fire locked. And if the lamp was your logical access to Tower of Hera to begin with, then, like, going out of logic completely ruins you.
Well, for most of the runners, Hera's probably the last thing on their mind since it's pendant.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to Hera. Especially having already done Eastern and Pod, like, even turning in the green pendant is like this huge chore. And there is an item on Helmasaur himself, and Lunchtime's going for it.
They have to brave those dark rooms.
The Bombos Medallion will make the turtle room quite a bit easier than it would be otherwise. And Hitzian taking out the big game, gets a Master Sword for his trouble. And I believe Lunchtime also still has his fairy, so if he does get into trouble here, he's got that safety to back him up.
Well, that much health in red mail, he should be fine.
I think turtles do quarter heart on red mail. I think.
Honestly, the worst
like
they can
6
do
of
is
them.
disorient him by knocking him around.
Right.
Also grabbing a Master Sword.
So the idea here is you do the 2 hammer hits like you normally would, and then just cast Bombos and hope that you kill everything. Lunchtime, not even going to bother with Bombos, just taking him out with the hammer itself.
Go man mode.
There, he's got it. Took a bit of damage, but like we were saying, red mail helped a ton there.
So I'm about to emerge in his Helmasaur fight.
So where's this thing we're missing? Maybe the mirror isn't lamp locked. Was I just wrong? I could have been wrong. I've been wrong before.
Yeah, if the mirror's in the big key chest, then all you need to get there is another key. And there are plenty of keys in Powers of Darkness.
Well, I thought that the vanilla big key chest was locked behind 6 keys when you have the bow. But maybe it matters because like some of the key doors are also lamp locked.
It's complicated. No one really knows how Powers of Darkness works.
Yeah, I guess if the 6 key doors in a dark room, then you don't count that.
Where is Lunchtime going? Deciding to walk out of Powers of Darkness. The old-fashioned way.
He's gonna go up to Pyramid Catfish, I think.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get his Master Sword then, because I think he got his out of the game if he's heading to Pyramid.
Yep. The mirror just must not be lamp locked because we don't have access to anything else.
Yeah, I'm watching Hitsu and he's just rolling through, and I don't think he's been for any dark rooms, and he's about to grab his mirror.
Yeah, but it's like he could take those keys to the back, right? And he has 2 keys right now, and he could have spent 1 to get to the right side and 1 to the left side.
Yeah. So it's
he would have to go through a dark room to get to the 6th key door. So I guess it's only 5 keys instead of 6.
So it's situationally lamp locked. If they decide to go to the dark room.
Yeah, I think if there were 2 keys in the Rupee basement, then it would have been lamp locked then. But there was only 1. This isn't a situation where you normally have to you don't normally have to care whether or not it's lamp locked.
I mean, the runners don't care if it's lamp locked.
No, they do care because they want to find the lamp. Because it's a fire source. Like the lamp may just be locking the fire on, so like if you can't just go the whole scene assuming that you'll never need the lamp. But I'm thinking about it, and we don't have any other places like in logic without the mirror, so the mirror must not be lamp locked.
Yeah,
And that means we're going to find progression in Graveyard Ledge or Cave 45.
There's a Cane of Samaria.
That's progression, but it doesn't do anything
There's
yet.
progression later.
It's definitely a good find.
It's eventual progression. If nothing else, I was going to say it's a weapon, but no, everyone has swords now.
Oh, Swamp. That opens up Swamp, too. Okay, so at this point in time, like, our progression is either... Oh, get Desert, because of the book.
Yeah,
okay, so it's either Desert, Swamp, or Graveyard Ledge.
If they can get into Desert, then
Bomb
they
is
can get in... No, they can't quite get into Maya. They need a flute.
Yeah, definitely need the Flute for Mire.
Always forget about the flute.
Oh, King's Tomb, you're right. Yeah, they can get to King's Tomb. Yeah, the mirror opens up a whole bunch of stuff, but it like opens stuff up in lots of different places. It's very frustrating to get the mirror like after you've done all these other overworld checks.
Now everyone has the Master Sword. Lunchtime, going for Thieves. Hessian, and Solsky still in Powers of Darkness. And
Oh, the boots for Lamplock. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's alright. I'm just saying everyone can see.
The thought just popped in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah! I have no filter, I'm sorry.
Actually, with the mirror, that also puts East Death Mountain in logic too, because they have the hammer.
Yeah, but they don't have a logical way to get up the mountain. Like, they had to do the dark room to get up there. But it does make it accessible locations, and definitely like a very high item density play at this moment, even though it's out of logic. And like you were saying, like the skipping out on the lamp is not really like the worst thing in the world, but like as long as you keep track of it in case the fire rod ends up being fire locked.
At one of those moments of downtime where everyone's doing the same checks that everyone else is.
Yeah, eventually somebody will go to one of those mirror lock locations that we haven't seen yet. Which at this point in time is Graveyard Ledge, Desert via the book on Hylia Island, and the front of Swamp. AKA the worst part of Swamp.
Actually, yeah, they've all got the Master Sword as well, so the
and
tab
yeah, you're right.
are available too.
Good call. Although Bombo's tablet's like kind of out of the way, we may not see a Bombo's tablet check until somebody's ready to do that Swamp dip.
Maybe the logic is they've got the book, and you need the book for two things there, they might do them both at once. And again, that would be after a Swamp dip. Without the hook shot, they can't quite clear Swamp. So there's quite a lot of items in Swamp, so they might just go in without the hook shot, hoping it's in there. And even if it's not in there, they don't need it to clear it because it's pendant.
Yeah, I think of all the things I have available, Swamp's probably like the last one anyone would go to.
A lot of people doing different dungeons for the third crystal. We've got an Eastern third, we've got a Thieves Town third, we've got 2 pods third.
Hitsy messed up the Stavros basement. How embarrassing. I'm
How
gonna make fun of him later.
Let's just jot that one down.
I'm writing it down right now. Make fun of Hitsian. No, it's actually really easy to accidentally spawn the third Stalfos.
Yeah.
Just trying to cut it just barely too close, and suddenly third Stalfos pops up.
I'm very bad at that trick. I managed to actually get it to work. I actually somehow got the 2 Stalfos trick going.
I usually overshoot it just to make sure that it doesn't happen, but you know, I lose a little bit of time, like just a few frames every single time I do that room because of that. Hitzian starting his Armos fight. He's going for top right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down to victory. Got him.
Gonna make him the first to get his third pendant, but lunchtime is not gonna be far behind.
Lunchtime getting bodied there. Messes up his blind script.
But with that red mail and that much health, even that much of a beating won't put him down.
Oh yeah, that's one of the fantastic things about the blind script is that even as long as you do half of it well, you know, then you're in a much better position to finish the fight out by powering your way through. It's not vital that you do the blind script perfectly every time.
I'm just said hello in chat to you specifically.
Yeah, people always saying hi to me. I don't know.
I don't get hellos.
Hi, Cookie.
Makes sense I don't get hellos. I'm still very new on this commentary scene.
Hi, Franken.
Hi,
Everybody say hi, Franken.
Everyone says hello, hello. How you doing?
All right, Hitzian getting his bookie book.
Getting learned.
Okay, what I expect to see Hitzian is a immediate dive over to desert. Probably. Nope, he's going up a mountain. Hitzian, come on, man. he wants to wait until he has a fire source before he goes to desert. Unfortunately, going up the mountain right now is potentially sequence breaking said fire source.
Yeah.
So the odds of him finding a fire source are slightly reduced because of this. But it could be just flute sitting in desert, right, leading to the lamp on the mountain.
Well, he might get lucky, just find the fire rod lying around and just be able to completely forego the lamp. Alright, what sits on the ether tablet? Got a little bit of life. And he's going into Hera.
Yeah, I'll definitely walk in and check it out. Hera's so on the way that you can't just ignore it like you would Pendant Ice or something, right? But if it ends up being fire locked, you know, he doesn't really have much choice. He'll just have to leave.
You just have to leave. Barred at the door, no entry. Oh, he's got a big key.
Let's go, Caterpie. Let's go.
Let's go, Caterpie.
Yeah, Mulworm's a Caterpie.
I was thinking you were talking about the brand new, not yet released third version of the Pokemon Let's Go series, in which you have a Caterpie as your star.
Oh, that would be sick! I mean, maybe not the Pokemon I would choose, but You know, something that's not like Pikachu and Eevee. Where's my Let's Go Mawile, right? Clearly the best Pokemon.
I just love for my boy Skarmory.
Skarmory's pretty cool. Please stop stealth rocking me though.
Alright, so here's my rant about Skarmory, right? So you've got some Pokemon that are like rivals. So it's like Zangoose and Survivor. And one of the older ones was Skarmory and Heracross. They were supposed to be a rival Pokemon duo. Heracross gets a Mega Evolution, but Skarmory doesn't.
I was not aware of this, rivalry that they may or may not have.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
Skarmory's like a metal bird, and Heracross is a beetle.
Yeah, and Zangoose is like some sort of cat creature, and Survivor's a snake.
He's a mongoose.
Mongoose?
Mongooses and snakes.
Do I look like I know the nature documentary?
I don't know. So Hitsune takes out Moldorm. He doesn't find any progression, but he gets that green pendant that he might be able to turn in later.
Low-key, Solski just popped into Spike Cave and found nothing. Completely, like, invulnerable Spike Cave. He just went for it.
I want to see this desert or swamp dip. Which, one of the two will definitely have progression. But what is that progression, I wonder?
Hitian's embarking through East Death Mountain. Don't think he's done Paradox yet, but he's going through Spiral. There's the hook shots in Eastern Death Mountain.
I mean, it's definitely a good find, especially if there's progression in Swamp, because like the hook shot's gonna let him go. It increases the value of going to Swamp because he'll be able to get everything in one trip. But Swamp is still a pendant.
All people are saying that we might have a pedestal seed. It could be a thing. I don't think there's anything that can disprove a pedestal seed yet.
I mean, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't even have the Fire Rod for Skullwoods yet, and that hookshot is completely out of logic. And it's not even necessarily locked by the lamp. Like, it could be the flute on Desert Ledge, or not Desert Ledge, but like in the map chest, a desert or something.
Alright, well, you got Paradox. Not a whole lot in Paradox.
I mean, hookshot's still a great pickup, though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna help a lot with speed. And
I don't know if he wants to go into Swamp, even finding the hookshot.
it looks like he's going to it though.
Well, it looks like he's gonna enter the Dark World. He'll probably do Bombo's Tablet first, regardless. But from there, he has to make a decision to go either west to Desert or east to Swamp.
People are saying the lamp could be on the pedestal.
Yeah, it's possible. Oh, he's gonna go straight to Swamp, not even doing Bombos.
Yeah. Oh, maybe their plan is, like I said before, go to Desert, do Bombos on the way. Get all done in one fell swoop.
Yeah, I think he's just resigned to full clearing Swamp at this point.
Yeah.
Now, did we have a item in the basement of Hera? I can't say I paid enough attention to know that.
I'm not certain. No one's. There was a compass in the first check, and then the big key was in the second. I think that the key has just locked itself in the basement.
Oh no, I thought I saw Hitsune find the key in the big chest. I could be wrong.
Right.
I guess we'll see when lunchtime gets up here. Yep. Alright, show us the way. Item 1.
Not a whole lot of items in Hera.
No, just the 2.
Yep, there's the key. And I think Moldorm had bombs.
Okay,
Well,
so
no,
that's
Moldorm had arrows. So yeah, nothing in the basement. Just a map. Who needs a map?
Now remember, this hookshot is currently out of logic, so if there's progression, the progression that we're currently looking for is in Swamp, and it's going to be in the front. But there could be other progression in the back behind the hookshot.
Could be a fire rod, could be an ice rod.
I mean, it's like, most likely, it's just the Titan Smiths or something, right?
Yeah.
The lamp or the flute is also pretty likely, just because there's so much stuff on the mountain. But the only thing we found up there was a hookshot. It'd be cute if it's just like a logically required double dip. Like flute and left side swamp leading to the hookshot on the mountain, leading to mitts in the back.
A necessary double dip pendant. Ooh, that's no fun.
I don't know, I still think like the book is very likely to be the way though. Something in Desert Palace without a fire source. And we'll see though, Hitzian's going left side.
Tulsi's checking the lower part, the middle, which Hitzian didn't check actually. Skipped over it. Which is worthwhile, it's just a few explosives.
Did he skip that? If he did, it was an accident.
I think he did skip over it. One way or another, it doesn't matter.
So he's going straight to the back, and Hitzian finds 20 rupees. That's okay. It's nothing.
It's retirement change.
And
50 rupees, even more retirement funds.
70 whole rupees, left side swamp. Let's go.
It's almost enough to bribe a monkey.
The good news is that it is 2 items on left side, so it's likely that Solski will go do left side following the back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it always feels really bad to skip left side swamp when it's 2 items instead of 1 or 0.
There's a mushroom.
An out of logic mushroom.
Quest. I don't think anyone's in logic at this point. Logic has been thrown to the winds.
The only accessible locations in logic right now are Bombo's tablet and desert without a fire source. So one of those has to have something. Oh, nice tempered sword from Green Pendant.
I mean, that's nice. It's not progression, but it's nice to have.
Yeah, definitely nice to have because nobody wants to go turn that in. Like, even those who killed Moldorm. Having already done Eastern and Pod, it's just a long walk just to turn in the Green Pendant for 1 item. But without hint tiles, you know, like, you're never going to get a clue as to what's there until you go turn it in. And Axe also going into Swamp. However, lunchtime,
getting those
he
desert
knows.
checks.
He knows. I kind of wish he had done Bombo's tablet on the way though, because this is a pretty significant time loss if there's nothing here. Because he'll have to come back eventually. I guess it's not that bad with the mirror. Like, he'll likely be able to mirror into the back later if the worst should happen. And we are not boots locked today. Or the big key isn't boots locked anyway.
Oh, we have boots. Not logical boots, but we have boots.
Yeah, not boots locked at all. However, that was one of our 2 items in Desert sitting on that torch.
Yeah. And Desert giving him the full walk arounds.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go straight to right side, which may just be map and compass. But, you know, pretty likely that the second item's over here. Maybe like twice as likely as on the boss.
Hitsuyan getting his red pendant.
That's gotta feel pretty bad to go all the way through. Wait, what did he find?
The last one was a compass.
Oh, so it's Bombo's tablet? Oh no!
Oh dear.
Seriously, Gabe? And everybody's gonna click last locationing it. Alright, lunchtime. Remember Bombo's tablet. Do that before diving into Swamp. Come on, buddy. I believe in you.
Someone's saying all these qualifier seeds. There was a seed, I think last week, or maybe the week before I commented on, that had the most absurd ice rod location.
That could literally be anywhere. Which location are you talking about?
Alright, so the ice rod was in Mimic Cave, right?
Okay.
But the mirror was in Misery Mire. The tablet for Maya was Ether. Oh, by the way, Titans on Bombo.
Yeah, that was our last location for where those that progression could be, and it just ends up being the Titans match, which gives us access to Ice Palace.
Oh boy!
And some Smith
Bombo's
checks.
Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's looking pretty likely for us to get the Fire Rod here in Ice Palace.
Alright, so going back to it. So they needed Ether to get into Maya. Ether was in Turtle Rock. And to get in,
so you had to go.
You had to double dig Turtle Rock. You had to like climb Death Mountain 3 times in total. It was wild.
The required double dips OTR are pretty gross. And Hitsuyan, following his swamp full clear, does get those Titan Smiths, but it looks like he's going to go into desert anyway. This is a little unfortunate. Like, not Double Dipping Desert was the one thing he had going for him. This is really significant, though, that Lunchtime did not go to Swamp, because Swamp was empty. And if he can go the whole seat without going in there, that's a lot of time that he has over everybody else. Oh, that's right. We got the swamp in Swamp, or we got that mushroom in Swamp Palace, but it was locked behind the hook shot, which was locked behind Death Mountain access, which we currently don't have logical.
Which was locked behind Lamp.
Yeah. Which
the runners have ignored.
I mean, if the mushroom is something, then either Lunchtime's actually in a bad spot because he doesn't want to go Swamp. Having
so he's setting up a fake powder. Continuing the trend of disregarding logic.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had not grabbed his book off of Hylia Island yet, and was unable to get his Titan Smiths.
What will he get?
He just powdered to the right, but it worked anyway. It's funny.
Counts. Just get some bombs for his trouble. Ah, that's rough. He's doing these checks without the mitt, so he can't immediately go into the Smith sequence if he wanted to.
Yeah, I'm afraid he might have forgotten about, or maybe he didn't see it, the book on Hylia Island. Looks like he's going to go over to Graveyard Lich next in King's Tomb. Hitsuyan gonna turn in his mushroom, though. Let's find out if Swamp had value at all.
I'm feeling like it's gonna be... I'm feeling 20 rupees.
Oh, that's like the cop-out guess, though, because that's the most common.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get something like like peculiar.
Wild.
You know?
But I was right.
Oh look, it's 20 rupees. Amazing.
20 rupees. Hailed me as your lord if I have guessed correctly.
Still nothing in Ice Palace.
And he is going for that full clear, which is just unpleasant for everyone involved.
Ack hovering across here. He got
Actually,
across the
he
first
did it.
time, but then like went too far.
It's got to be one of the easier hovers though, because you've got the ledge. You've got the ledge there for you. Still, though, you gotta respect the hover. No reason to hover, but he did it.
And Hitsia, despite finding the mitts, has decided to continue sequence breaking, going up Dark Death Mountain.
A few checks here, including Hookshot Cave, which is out of sequence still, but is checked. There's a cape in Ice Palace, but that doesn't really get us anywhere. Aga 1's completely unnecessary, and Bump Cave just had a piece of heart. It's having a little bit of trouble.
I'm not sure why he was like moving back and forth like he was.
Oh, he has the mirror. He could have just mirrored the blocks away.
Yeah, but like it's one of those things where like I want to do this the fast way, and the hook shot's
that's like a whole inventory. That's like a whole inventory screen, man.
Right.
There's a fire rod in Super Bunny Cave alongside the shield upgrade.
Yeah, definitely nice pickup.
Oh dearie me.
Where is this Death Mountain access that's supposed to get us here?
Yeah, none of this is in logic right now. But Fire Rod is going to have a bit of an easier time with Ice Palace.
Yeah, it'd be a little faster, being able to not have to sit through that bombos animation every time. Well, I believe we did not find anything of note here in Ice Palace except for that cave, which we know leads to nothing.
Hookshot Cave, just empty, devoid of value. What is Ack doing right now?
He's trying to bomb across the pit so he can get over to Ice Tea.
Alright. The first bomb was a bit strange.
Yeah, it's a weird position to do it from. Like, typically people go from, like, the left side or the top. But whatever works, right? Alright, Soulskate finally figured it out. He's getting his book.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So, where can the lamp be right now?
Smith sequence, I believe, is the only logically accessible thing we haven't seen. So, Smith, Purple Chest, and Hammer Pegs.
Soulskate might be going for that right now. Either that or tablet check.
Oh yeah, he's going for the tablet and then maybe into desert afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't go into desert, but like it is really tempting to go in there.
You got it at some point. Oh, speaking of desert, thanks to that, thanks to Hitsun's trip off Dark Death Mountain, he can clear desert now.
And Lamo does have an item. I'm not sure he'll want to do that though, like right away, because if he's been paying attention, he knows that it's out of logic. But it may just be like the lamp that he's sequence breaking. Which, you know, having the fire rod, you no longer care about the lamp at all in any capacity. But the danger here is that it's also possible that he's sequence breaking the flute. Act the Boker taking a death to Cold Steer. He has a fairy, right?
Yeah.
Fairy!
He's not dead yet, folks.
What was I saying? All right, it's also possible that the sequence break that we're all experiencing here is just the whatchamacallit, the flute. And the flute is something that he definitely does not want to sequence break because he will need that to finish the game. Lunchtime, are you going to do a TR?
He's doing it. He's going in.
It? He may just open it and not go the whole way.
He has everything he needs to clear everything but Trinex. This is beyond logic.
I heard you like sequence breaks. I put some sequence breaks in your sequence breaks so you'd have more sequence breaks. Okay, am I crazy or did it just get darker on Axe screen?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It's like dust. There's some cloud cover or something.
Just turn off the old backlight. We're playing the Game Boy Advance version, right?
Definitely.
I think Solski's also gonna make strides into Turtle Rock.
It certainly isn't the worst thing you could do with your time. I'm very scared for them though, because if the ice rod is not in here and everybody else gets to single dip this is a pretty significant time loss. But it's a very dense item location to go to. Like they're guaranteed to get like 5 items from doing this, right? 1 from Mimic Cave and at least 4 from the dungeon itself. Ack, meanwhile, staying in logic, let's do a Smith sequence.
We're finally gonna see that lamp. An hour and 12 minutes into the run.
Or I guess it is just lamp or flute, huh?
I just noticed, Ack doesn't even have a timer up.
He'll finish when he finishes.
I think there was a shield in pegs.
He's still got 2 more.
So that's every shield found now. Lamp be a Mimic Cave. Lamp can't be a Mimic Cave.
Yeah, good. It would just mean that the flute was on Purple Chest.
Alright, I guess. Yeah.
Where was Bombos that Hitzian doesn't have it?
Bombos. That's a good question. Bombos was an escape.
Ah, right. In the boom chest, I remember now.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrible for Hitzian. Like, he doesn't want to do front of escape now.
Yeah. And you need that Bombos for Turtle Rock and possibly even Maya. Alright.
Purple chest.
What do you got for us? The lamp. There it is, boys. An hour and 13 minutes in, and we have the lamp. Moths rejoice.
We're back in logic! Yay!
We did it. We found logic. And immediately, Axe going straight for desert.
Yeah, this is super unfortunate for Ack because everybody else who sequence broke their way to the Fire Rod will not have to do Smith sequence to finish the seed. But on the other hand, Ack also didn't full clear Swamp Palace, I don't think. Did he? He doesn't have it marked, but I have no idea.
That's a good question.
I know Lunchtime got to skip out on the Swamp Dip.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Acted only left side because he didn't sequence break to the hook shot. That's right.
Oh.
There's lots of opportunities for this to still pay off for Ack, though, because like getting the lamp where he got the lamp means that he's going to get that item on land mode before everybody else. And if that's something significant, like say the ice rod or a flute, then he's definitely going to be pretty far ahead from that. Are we getting a blind pen pull from Hitsuya? Do it, Hitsuya. You're my hero!
Hey, what's Itzian doing?
He's going to Mothula, to Pendant Mothula.
Ooh. The madman.
I don't recall like how many items we found in this dungeon. He may just find like the second item or something and leave.
He might be
Or, like,
banking
mirror
on. He
and
might be
check
banking
that.
on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you just like go straight to Mothula and immediately pulls the pet.
I do.
It's in logic. Like now that we know where the lamp is, like this.
There's
is...
ice rods in Turtle Rock.
Oh my god, are you serious?
It's right there on Laser Bridge. Second chest.
The value.
And Ether.
That just leaves us a flute from No Mode.
That ever elusive flute that might be right here on Land Mowers. People saying flute could be on pedestal as well.
Definitely a possibility.
Someone's gonna find the flute soon. If they've got her. It's getting that quick Mafia kill and piece of heart from him.
Ice Rod on Laser Bridge is so gross. Especially seeing as how like everybody's sequence broke their way to this. It's like not only are they doing Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod, they're doing Turtle Rock out of logic without the Ice Rod. And they get super
Only to
rewarded
find
for
the
it.
ice rod.
Oh my god.
Alright, pedestal, what have you got for us?
Da, 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 da.
The Master Shovel, there it is.
Seriously, game. Lunchtime taking a death here. He did have a fairy though that he found in the dungeon. Trinax loses his life shortly after. All right,
Are we gonna get
immediately.
A vanilla flute?
That would be cute. Itzian immediately going to turn in the shovel. He needs this ped play to be valuable. Otherwise, he is so
we got
behind.
a pedestal required vanilla flute. Look at that line. There it is, boys.
God.
Oh no. Oh, what is happening?
Who generates these qualifier seeds? Like everyone I've seen or commentated has been just absolutely a mess.
Alright, so there's our pedestal flute. That puts us in no mode. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Unfortunately for Hitsuya, he still has to do front of escape to get back on track here.
Oh dear.
Hopefully Meyer is Bombos or Ether, so he won't have the opportunity to go in there. And get bottlenecked by the escape sooner.
Ah, so we've got a pedestal seed. I've always wanted to see one in person, and here we are.
I couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it. It's so hard to see that.
This is so disgusting though, because everybody made like the wrong decision, right, to go into Swamp because the progression was on Boppo's tablet. But it turns out like it was totally worth it because Ped's gonna be required. And then everybody, while sequence breaking goes into, or lunchtime in Soulscape, while sequence breaking goes into out of logic Turtle Rock, and then finds the ice rod and gets totally rewarded for it.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
So by doing everything wrong, they've managed to do everything right.
Oh my god. I think wrong might be like the wrong word for it though. It wasn't where the progression was. Is more like the answer. Like it wasn't crazy to go to the swamp or anything.
Lunchtime, gonna check that pyramid fairy. It's gonna be nothing he really needs there. We might see a vanilla butter sword.
Well, silvers too, yeah.
Or silvers.
Or
We've got a
have
net.
silvers. It's basically vanilla.
Basically. I mean, net, golden sword. What's the difference? They both reflect Aghanim balls.
I'm pretty sure Pyramid Fairy is where they go to lay sick kid's body to rest. Just let him like sink down into the pond, all serene and happy.
Like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Wow, spoilers, dude.
I'm sorry. I forgot the remasters finally.
Yeah, I was waiting for the remake to come out before I played it for the first time.
Ak finally getting his hook shot. Gonna need to double dip Swamp.
Yeah, Ak has like been super gung ho about staying as much in logic as he can.
Oh, I was just gonna say hits you, and the tracker hasn't been updated to have the flute yet. Trackers, if you would.
Looks like it was Ether to get into Meyer, so he can't do that. That's good news for Hitsian.
Yeah.
Just one step closer to doing front of escape. Where is he headed, though? Oh, Smith sequence. Unfortunately, this is only going to lead to a lamp for him. This seed, though.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been an Aga 1 seed as well. I can only imagine the pain of having to do both Aga 1 and Pedestal in the same seed.
Yeah, but this is like, it's like you stole $10 out of your mom's purse, right? And she's mad at you, and you say, "But Mom, there was 2 10s in there. I only took half your money." I don't think that's gonna keep you out of trouble. I never stole money out of my mom's purse. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't do that, kids. Ak now going into Turtle Rock. Hopefully he goes through the effort to full clear.
Oh, here we go. This is where Hitscene saves time. We get to flute over to the purple chest.
Ah.
This is the
Crucial
difference.
time save.
I mean, once he does find his way to the front of the escape and gets the Bombos medallion, like the whole seed like plays out for him, right? Because he won't be able to go to Meyer, so he'll just go to Turtle Rock, where he finds both the Ether medallion and the ice rod.
And that, I think with that, that'll put him in go mode.
Yeah, that would be go mode. So Hitsian's in a good spot right now.
But the thing is, will he commit to the Turtle Rock? Will he? Because that might not be on his mind. He might think the ice rod might not be there. I should check everywhere else first.
Well, he
Which
won't
is-
have anywhere else. That's the problem.
Which is what he's doing currently.
Like he's not gonna do front of escape until he's out of locations at this point. It's the idea like it's available so early. The idea is that like, well, if there's progression there, then everybody else would already have that progression and I just straight up lose, right? So instead of going there and accepting my loss, I'm going to do everything else first on the off chance that it was nothing, because right now I'm ahead of the time it takes to do that. But eventually you do run out of places, and he just did that. He's going to front of escape. Luckily for him, it's not going to be like that big of a punish because Pedestal was gonna. He hasn't even done the uncle. Are you serious?
No, he's done this whole thing without red mail. It's just impossible to tell because he's Dark Link, and I think the only thing that changes are his eyes, which you can barely see.
Lunchtime does a ped check and finds out that it's a shovel. Kind of gross.
Yeah. And little does he know, that is the most crucial shovel in history. The shovel wielded by Shovel Knight himself. Is Shovel Knight a sprite in this? I feel like Shovel Knight should be a sprite in this.
I don't think it is yet, but they're adding new sprites all the time. Like every version update comes with like 10 new sprites.
And hey, there's going to be a new version for the actual tournament itself happening in October. So who knows? The Shovel Man may be there.
Lunchtime takes out the big bug. Unfortunately, he did not, or at least it's not marked on the tracker, he did not kill Argus earlier. And there's Hitsian's Bombos medallion. He'll continue down to Zelda's cell just to be sure it's not the Ice Rod. But then I think he has no choice. He has to go straight to Turtle Rock.
The fact that he's getting that he's going to get railroaded there is good for him, because that's exactly where he needs.
Yeah, I think Hitsian's currently in the best spot this seed, because he gets a single dip everything, right?
Yeah. Everything being the 2 dungeons left. He's going for Dark Cross. He's going all in. I forget, whenabouts is Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock? My memories of the place are always vague.
What are you asking?
Like whereabouts Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock is. I don't know if Axe... Nah, it's right.
Oh, it's the end. It's the last thing you do.
Yeah. I don't remember Turtle Rock very well. Just remember dying a lot.
Yeah, he goes through this dark Samaria maze, and then he'll cross one bridge with a mini Helmsword guarding it, and then south of there is Laser Bridge.
Health looking a little light there. I think he picked up a blue potion somewhere down the line.
Yeah, maybe. And there was a fairy in a bottle in this dungeon, like early on.
Ooh.
Guess we're gonna see.
Gonna find out. Okay.
Come on,
He's safe. If I was Ack, I would go out the room. I would go out the door at the bottom just for safety. I don't
he
think
may end up
he's
doing that.
gonna get his Ice Rod, allowing him to full clear Turtle Rock, and then they're gonna get his Ether Medallion, allowing him to full clear. Maya.
It's a pretty common play to do the safety door here when you're on Master Sword with no half magic. But he's got this under control. No safety door.
Believes in his power to ignoring the fairy as well. There's just a free fairy right there. He don't want none of that.
All right, Hitzian took care of Spike Cave, just making sure it's not an ice rod, and finally making his way up to.
Solsky also acquiring the Master Shovel. Actually, I think with that, as soon as he digs up the flute, that's gonna put Solsky into go mode.
Yeah, that means that Solsky will get to skip the Smith sequence and get to go mode Ice Palace.
That's gonna put Solsky in a very good spot.
Yeah, Hitzian's already finished off Lammo and Ice Palace, but I don't. It's gonna be close. I think Solsky has the edge here, but it's really hard to tell because the things they both need to do are different. Like, Turtle Rock is not a fast dungeon. It takes, like, I think 5 minutes to get through this. Oh, Ack!
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh, Ack! That's a Christmas tragedy. Let's get some Fs in chat for Ack.
Feels bad, man. I think, I'm not sure if he has enough magic for one more Smaria cast.
God, but he didn't actually get to drink his blue potion, so if he has to, he has that.
Yeah, he does.
Ack punished for his hubris.
Exactly enough for one more cast. And that is go mode for Solsky. Interesting to note, though, Solsky never turned in that green pendant, so he is going to be short a sword compared to Hitzian as well.
Might see a case of, depending on where Silvers might be, we might have a good old-fashioned Master Sword Silverless Ganon.
Given that we're essentially full clearing the game just to get progression in this seed, like, it's unlikely that they won't find either the Force Sword or the Silvers. But it could just be, like, they're all in GT, but, like, on the side that nobody goes to or something.
Yeah. We will see. Ack here for round 2. The Redemption arc.
The Poker's Revenge.
Lunchtime's dipped back into swamp.
Yeah, he never went here in the first place.
No, he's got the... Oh, when you say here, do you mean the left side of the swamp?
No, he didn't kill Argus the first time either. He's been here for a bit. He just killed Argus and is now coming back.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay, gotcha. I was focused on everyone else.
I mean, Swamp's the play he needs to make. Unfortunately, he does not need to do left side.
Yeah. He can go straight to Maya.
Yeah, he just has to get that shovel off pedestal for the vanilla flute.
A pedestal seed for a vanilla flute. Good lord.
Ack the Boker is in a very similar position. The difference there, though, he doesn't have any pendants yet.
And that's gonna bite him because he has to make. Well, it depends on. He has been into Swamp Palace, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did left side only, I believe.
Yeah.
Because he.
So at the very least, the dungeons he has to do, he can basically just truck through them real quick, for the most part. Both Swamp Palace and Skullwood's not needing the big key. He can just go straight to the boss.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the information that we have that it's pedestal, so he's going to open every single chest on the way. Looking for that flute.
Lunchtime off to acquire his master shovel. Salsy getting his dungeon, desert palace crystal.
This is going to be pretty close between
Yeah.
all of them. I still think Hitsian has the edge. I think lunchtime might take it though.
Yeah, because lunchtime just has to.
Yeah, it takes time
just has
to like
Maya, yeah.
like this cutscene to get the shovel, and then he has to go dig up the flute, then he has to go back to Kakariko on foot,
activate the flute,
and then sit through that 40-second cutscene or whatever it is.
Then go to Maya.
Hitsian may finish off Trinex in all that time.
Could happen. He's not far. And with the tempered sword, he doesn't have to do hammer strats, unlike Ak.
And Solsky, committed to muddying our information, decides to do Mire Before Ice. Does anybody have a hard number? How long does it take to go mode ice?
It's not that long.
I have no idea. I could look at my NMG splits and then just like subtract a minute. That's probably what Solsky will do. And there's go mode for Hitsian on Laser Bridge. Thanks, Laser Bridge.
Alright. Looks like it's no Godmire for us today, though. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way. We know Axe time is broke. Hopefully he's keeping his own time.
The IRC has it under control. And it looks like lunchtime takes a very small lead here.
Yep.
His flute activation finished before Hitsian killed Trinex.
Gonna be the first into Maya of the top. So Solsky's already in it.
Yeah, it just hasn't done ice.
I think ice isn't too long as you can go mode it. If you have to like full clear ice palace, it's a night. Oh, there's the 4 swords sitting in Maya.
That is good news for Solsky.
Yeah, good news for Solsky. He's going to be Axe probably going to get that as well. So we're all going to sit on at least tempered lunchtime, and Hits probably both also going to get that and going to get their mighty good old buttery goodness.
Vanilla Big Key. Rip.
Ah, the cutscene room.
Just insult to injury. Salt in the wounds. Can't even go mode the one dungeon you get to go mode. Solsky is missing the sword from Green Pendant Turn-In. Oh, I feel really
everyone
bad
has
for...
that. They're probably not going to go through the effort for that.
I feel really bad for Activoker though, because like I feel like he did such a good job of trying to stay in logic and keeping the seed in like a straight line and avoiding those horrible pendant dungeons, only to find out later that oh yeah, you just had to do all of those. And all of these like larger, maybe not the best possible play at the time plays they super rewarded everybody else.
That's just the thing in Randomizer. Sometimes these big, risky plays pay off. But you never know until you've done it. Oh well, Axe went back and got his tempered sword from Sahasha. So he's probably gonna get his gold sword. The first gold sword gonna be on lunchtime though. Never again does he need spin attack.
Lunchtime also trying to skip the cutscene chest, only to be sorely disappointed here.
Solsky still without a lamp doing Dark Maya.
Yeah, he made it through the annoying room though.
Yeah.
It's all smooth sailing from here. All right, Hitscan, are you gonna make the big brain play? Nope. Also trying to skip the cutscene chest. Why does everybody hate the cutscene chest, Frunkin?
I don't know, you get so much time to just, sit back, have a break, to have a drink, plan out your...
Right? Like when I go through Meyer, I'm thinking, oh, finally the cutscene chest. I can like get up, walk around, stretch.
Man, I don't have to play the game anymore. Like Solsky's the first to take down Maya. No silvers in Maya, which means silver's either in an extremely esoteric location or they're in Ganon's. I don't think of any other places it might be. It's the only where they one's checked.
We full cleared the game.
Yeah.
I mean, like each of our runners, I think nobody completely last location it, did they? Hitsian did. Wait, Lunchtime did too. No, Lunchtime hasn't done Smith sequence, neither is Solsky. I mean, that ended up being like the big difference here between like Lunchtime and Hitsian, was that Hitsian did everything and Lunchtime got to skip something.
Yeah, despite that, they're still pretty close.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right now, it is fairly neck and neck between Solsky, Lunch, and Hit, with only Ak trailing a little, but he's only got a few fairly short dungeons to do. But then he has to pop into Maya, and odds are he's not going to want to do the cutscene room either.
Yeah, Ak's main problem right now is that he doesn't know that the shovel's on the bed leading to the flute. So all of these quick things that he has to do, he's gonna fully do them. He's gonna check every single thing. And Lunchtime makes it through those dark rooms. Hitsian's gonna have a much easier time here. And probably catch up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just turning into an unexpectedly lengthy seed.
Spooky Meyer coming in clutch.
Finally get to see Spooky Maya. You've been teasing me on this Spooky Maya for like days. I finally get to see it.
It's funny, cape dash strats.
Nishan's not gonna have enough magic. Gonna have to take the pain strap.
Yeah, you usually don't see dash strats with the cape.
Well, then again, they've got the butter sword, so I figure it makes sense. You don't get extra house. With that, Lunch has done every dungeon and therefore wins. Wait, we're not playing on all dungeons.
God, they're so close. Just maybe like, what, 15, 20 seconds?
This is very, very close in Hitsian and Lunch. Lunch taking a detour though to grab some potions.
Right, so 7 crystals, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're headed to Ganon's Tower. In Ganon's Tower, there are 22 item locations. One of them has to have the big key that we need to finish the game. If you would like to, you can now guess 1 through 22 for where that big key is gonna be.
Seeing a lot of 21s. God, you guys don't have a lot of faith in them today, do you?
So these guys they're so close, and Hitzian just took the lead, by the way, with that potion grab from lunchtime.
It is neck and neck right now between these two.
So you might be thinking like, why would lunchtime grab potions? He's got red mail and butter sword. It has nothing to do with life. He's not concerned about dying. He's concerned about running out of magic because he does not have the lamp, and he has to do silverless Ganon here.
Potentially, we might have silvers in the tower. It might be the first chest they open are silvers, and then the second has the big key. It might be really nice. It might be the other way around. It might be the big keys in the first chest, and then silvers is the next one, and they just don't get it. And that's just unfortunate. I mean, Butter Sword Ganon isn't as bad as Master Sword Ganon. It's very possible it's pretty likely they'll find silvers, and I imagine even once they get into the upper parts of the tower, they might still check chests for silvers just to make it a little bit faster.
Yeah, possibly.
And at 1 hour, 55 minutes, 42 seconds, Hitzian enters Ganon's tower. Keep in mind, these are like good runners. These are like top 10 in the listings for the qualifiers, and it's taken them this long to get to Ganon's tower. This has been a ruthless. I believe check number 1 from Hitzian is going to be 10 arrows.
Yeah, Hitzian's going left side first. We call this Magician strats. It'll be Dark Magician if he continues to Ice Armos on the right side, and Pink Magician if he mirrors after Compass Room.
Getting Powder from his first 2 chests.
Lunchtime, however, started on the right side and continuing over to Compass Room.
And there were the silver arrows.
Was it?
I think on Hitzian that's check number 5. I think we're going to go on Hitzian's because he was the first in.
Yes.
Despite that, based on lunchtimes, where lunchtimes ended from, he might be able to get the big key first. That could be bad for him, because if he gets the big key and just goes, he's going to forego silvers. If big key is one of these chests,
save that much time. The silvers.
I mean, they save enough time to be like, "Hey, I have these, nice."
I mean, what is it like? Maybe like 30 seconds or something, versus like a good silverless fight.
Well, they're not 30 seconds away from one another. Those 30 seconds are going to matter right now.
Big key not over there, so lunchtime just going to go back and do Stalfus Room that Hitzian already did.
Yeah, so he's going to end up getting silvers.
And looks like Hitzian will also mirror after Compass Room.
Solsky also in Ganon's tower. We've got 3 runners all in Ganon's tower, basically back to back. And only now is Ak getting his shovel. I hate to say it, but I think Ak's a little out of the running.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much hope for catching up to these guys. He can still like get a good placement though.
Oh yeah, definitely. All he has left is Maya, which he's probably just going to have to fall clear, but then he's straight into Ganon's tower. What chest are we on at this point?
Oh, I don't know. I can't be trusted.
Chat, what chest are we on? Chat saying 12. I'm taking your word on this.
It seems like barely ahead.
He is neck and neck. Number 13 is bombs.
They're literally a warp tile behind each other.
And there it is, number 14, I believe.
Oh, lunchtime, what are you doing?
You want the single arrow. That's the rarest item in the game.
He was hoping for half magic.
Is a half magic. Not today. Your half magic is maybe further up the tower. But there we have it. We have the big key. Anyone who said number 14, good job. You said the number right. You get the thumbs up from me. So lunchtime hits both neck and neck up this tower. Solski not that far behind. And people pointing out Hitsuyan is a little lower on arrows compared to the one.
What Asder's saying in chat is absolutely correct, you guys. It's the score that they received for the seed has nothing to do with how many placements they were away from first place. It's how much time they were away from the average of the first 3 places.
Yeah.
So if like 10 people all finish within like 20 seconds of each other, they all get relatively the same score. Even though like the guy at the top of the 10 is 10 places away from the guy at the bottom of the 10.
I just want to point out Hitsuyan and lunchtime are now in the exact same room. That's how close this is.
And those silver arrow misses making the difference. Lunchtime pulls ahead once again.
By about 3 seconds. I am on the edge of my seat right now. I'm sorry, Ak, we're not paying attention to you and my... But... things are happening right now. Solski's not even that far behind.
Yeah, Solski headed to the gauntlet. Nobody miss a fire rod shot. Looks like Hitsuyan was a little worried about it. He switched over to the lamp.
Ooh, Hitsuyan now pulling ahead
Yeah,
slightly.
lunchtime goes after that chest. Once again, looking for half magic. Almost falling off there. Hitsuyan makes it okay, though. Oh, wait, he has half magic. Wait, where was half magic? Was it in the post Moldorm chest? I swear he didn't have it like 3 seconds ago.
It's like, I think it literally the chest he went to open.
Oh, it was the pre-Moldorm chest. I'm not sure why. Well, I'm not sure though why he would be looking for stuff though. Like even half magic's not gonna make a difference here because he has the silver arrows now even.
Yeah.
And he spent that time like getting the potions. Oh, just a little weird. But those tiny few extra checks that he did, that gave Hitsuyan the lead.
Just barely put Hitsuyan in the lead. Solski now also fighting his own Moldorm. Is he going for it? Ah, Solski, you fool!
The memes.
He went for it, and I respect him for that. Start your day smiling with delicious whole grain breakfast created for your incredible insides.
My insides are not that incredible.
But Ganon cares. I think it's all gonna come down to the final phase.
Yeah, Lunchtime bought like 3 blue potions or something. Because at the time, like, he was looking at doing lampless, silverless. They all get the same work pattern though from Ganon, so there's very little opportunity to save time here.
I think Hitzian just barely misses out on Torch Glitch.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to get it.
And there is Hitzian, takes down Ganon. And Lunchtime just moments behind. And Solsky entering his Ganon fight. This is so close. And Hitzian finishes. Lunchtime finishes moments later. Seconds apart.
So Hitzian finishes second overall, first on the restream with a time of 1:55.36. Just behind Dwayne, who finished about a minute earlier. So GG's to Dwayne for first place finish. And GG's to Hitzian and Lunchtime, who finished a good 6 seconds behind each other. Lunchtime getting third overall. Six seconds. Wow. There was like what 3 or 4 lead changes.
That final. I think if Lunchtime had just even bought one potion, like 1 or 2 potions less, or not gone for that half magic, Lunchtime definitely could have taken it.
First place time was 1:54.30, a minute ahead of Hitzian.
That's a long seed though. Like the best time, just barely under 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, all dungeons will do that. I guess it wasn't really all dungeons. They didn't do Aggro 1.
Yeah.
Pedestal.
Solsky getting a clean Ganon kill. Oh man, are we gonna get a triple interview?
Solsky takes down the big pig, and he ends up getting 5th overall, 3rd on the restream, with a time of 1:57.19.
I believe here we have. I'm assuming that's
Hitzian.
Hitzian.
That's Hitzian. GG hits you.
Wow.
We can't hear him. He's mute.
He's shy.
It's okay. We're your friends. You can talk to us.
We don't bite much.
Just a little technical difficulty.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Hi.
there we go.
Oh, I have a new mic. Sorry.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright.
guys.
I wrote this down earlier. Where did it go? There's my note. My note says, make fun of Hitzian for messing up the Eastern Palace Stalfos room.
Aye. God, that was an hour ago.
That's why I wrote it
bad.
down.
It was 2 times I failed that.
And we also now have Solsky here with us too. Congratulations, Solsky.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, GG's Hitzian.
This was definitely a seed.
That was an unbelievable run to watch.
It's a lot of fun. It's probably my favorite seed I've ever played.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It's like you couldn't do wrong in this seed. Like you guys kept making like these sequence breaks, and I'm like, why would you sequence break when there's like one place where the progression could be, and then you just get totally rewarded for it.
As you say, I did wrong. I forgot about the book.
Yeah, but...
That's why I bailed when I was like heading up to Heron. I bailed. I was like, oh no. And then Shovel bailed me out, so it was okay.
Oh, I like that. And the flute scoop sleeps again.
Yep.
I don't know if that's just a generic name for the shovel, or whether it's specifically called for this setup, but it is appropriate.
I think it's just that's what the shovel is called on bed. I don't think it knows that it was vanilla float.
Shovel was good. I mean, Bombos was not okay.
Yeah, you got kind of punished by skip in front of escape. Everyone else had done it early.
Yeah, the worst thing was there was 300 rupees in it, so if you get the Bombos there and the rupees and don't have to farm rupees for Zoa, you save a little time and
I don't
also
think
can go
anyone
top.
got that other than maybe London. Also, I just saw in chat, apparently Solski, Herfy Durfy is your biggest fan.
I love you, Herf.
No, this whole seed was just full of you guys doing things that were definitely not going to lead to like what you were skipping, like sequence breaking, but getting rewarded for it anyway. Like everybody went into Eastern, which was not required for Dark World access, but got the boots out of it. Everybody went into Swamp, which didn't have the mitts, but it was required anyway. Went into Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod, and oh look, the Ice Rod. And poor Act stayed in Logic most of the seed and got punished for it.
And we won't even know his time, he's the only one who doesn't have his clock up.
That was probably the one challenge in the seed, was, at least for my sake, when I finally sequence broke, it was, do I go and stay in Logic and hope to find the flute, or do I want to press ahead and hope the flute's ahead? I think what drew me to that was the fact that I had like 3 dungeons already done in the dark, and it was pretty suspicious that I didn't run into lamp or flute at that point. So kind of more or less just tried to play ahead of it, and that's why I was like putting away from Desert and Ice as plays in that instance. So it's unfortunate. I know what Ak was thinking. It's not the wrong call, it's just a call at that point, right? Like it's A or B in the seed.
Yeah, the big unfortunate thing for Act was that the item you guys were all sequence breaking was just a lamp, right? So like you ended up getting through the whole seed without doing Smith sequence at all. But had it been like the flute or something, then maybe Act would have had a better finish time. Of course, with it being pedestal, nothing really mattered anyway, because everybody has to do everything.
I mean, pretty rough go for me this seed though, because I got to go mode 3 dungeons and I still finished 5th. So,
Yeah,
but still, it wasn't my best race. Like I
mean,
was
it was
making
a very strong 5th.
Yeah.
Like first was only what, an hour and 54 minutes. So
if I just went left side too, I would have been like right with lunch and hit CN too. That would have been great.
I think one of the difference makers for you though was the green pendant turn in. Everybody else turned in that green pendant and got their tempered sword a lot earlier than you did, which isn't like the biggest time difference, but it does make a difference when you can one shot something instead of 2-shotting it.
Yeah, I think at that point I was more or less just going for the shovel.
Oh yeah.
With how the seed was kind of playing out. It was pretty far along the seed. And when I saw the shovel, I'm like, alright, I think it's there. So I did have green pendant as a backup. That's why I was still checking items in here in case I was wrong. But then the shovel turned up, and then it was the flute, and I was like, alright, sweet, let's go.
And those stats between Hitzian and lunchtime, the exact same amount of chests open of items found. Like,
Which is surprising because Hitzian did do the Smith sequence at lunchtime, didn't it?
because lunchtime decided, I'm just gonna grab some of these bad boys out of Ganon's
some
tower.
more chests in GT, I guess.
But yeah, that time difference is a minute and... or in-game time is... just a minute and 12 seconds.
So you in lunchtime, in Meyer, I think you were like 40 seconds apart, but then like the dark room slowed down lunchtime, and maybe it was like 20 seconds, and then you entered GT a little apart, and then you guys kept trading lead throughout the entire dungeon.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
I think, of all things, the one thing that let you just barely pull on the lead was Lunch taking a trip to grab some potion. Because that's something you didn't do, and if he had done that, he probably would have pulled ahead in the end.
But 6 seconds apart, you guys are going to get, essentially the same score for the seeding.
Get every... if we get all 100, I'm fine with that. I mean, I full cleared everything. I have only the pyramid fairy left.
Oh yeah, and Ice Armmost, I guess.
Hey, Hitsin. Shoutouts to the Acty Ouch Boys. Are they like a group or something? Don't answer that.
No problem.
On that note, Ak about to start his Ganon fight.
And Buttersword's going to make quick work again, and already in phase 3.
Do you have a separate timer of all these times, or is there a bot for that? Some I'm missing.
The IRC bot keeps track of the times.
Shoutouts to the bot.
We're playing on a 20-minute delay, so I already know X's final time, but I'm gonna wait until he actually finishes on stream.
Oh man, then it's even a surprise to me because I don't know that. Oh, getting a triple.
Finish.
Finishing with style at the least.
And Ak the Boker takes down Ganon. This is good for 4th place on the race stream, 10th place overall with a time of 2:07.08.
Well played, Ak. A bit of bad luck there, but... you still
Wow,
do.
Gerdo. The shade.
Absolutely savage.
Gerdo, what would you rate Axe performance today? On a scale of 1 to thank Solsky.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Wow, he's not pulling any punches.
Rough audience. Yikes.
So I don't know if we're going to get an interview from Mac, though.
I hope we get.
It's okay. We got Hitsane and Solsky. We don't need anybody
Got
else.
half the squad. I don't even know where lunchtime went. He's just out. Back to the mountains to train.
I would suggest that we bring in Gerdo to speak on behalf of ACT, but I think we already know his thoughts from chat, so
May not be
probably
safe.
not the best idea.
Let's try and keep this PG.
What? I'd keep it a PG.
I'm not sure if Gerdo could contain his disdain for Axe performance today.
Yeah, he seems mad, but oh well.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're just gonna wrap it up then. No sign of Ak. Do you guys have anything else to say about this super wonderful seed where you got to pull pedestal and everything?
You're welcome, everyone.
At least it wasn't Aga 1.
At least, you know. Hits in, any final words?
No, thank you guys for commentating, tracking, for the tournament, for SpeedGaming Live, and yeah, for picking me up again.
Our pleasure. All right, guys, make sure that you follow these runners. Okay, these are all fantastic runners. Even Ack the Boker, even him, he's also very good. Hitsian, Lunchtime, Ack the Boker, and Solski, thank you guys so much for racing for us, giving us something to watch this afternoon for me. I guess it's like evening for some of you guys, huh?
Us Europe folk.
Those darn other country people. And our much love to our trackers, Demensive and Oro. Thank you guys so much for doing the hard job, keeping track of every single location in the game to see. And thank you, Frunkin, for co-commentating with me. Always a pleasure.
Same to you, Coy.
And guys, make sure to stay tuned to SpeedGaming for more speedrunning fun. There are still 2 more qualifier races, although I don't have the exact time for those, but they should be in the next few days. And we'll catch you next time. When is it?
Oh, at
Tomorrow.
3 p.m.
All right, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for the next 19th, the 19th out of 20 qualifier seat. And we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us today. We'll see you.
Have a good one, folks.